This is day 9 of starting an AI web design agency from zero, where I record the daily progress, the tasks, I answer any questions if there's any, and I keep accountability each day. And I start from zero with no clients and no portfolio and no offer. So it was a Sunday, so it was the first Sunday. I had to figure out what to do on this day. I wasn't sure if I should take it as a rest so I could be more productive the rest of the week, if I could use it for learning, maybe take some courses, watch some YouTube videos. Maybe I could work half of the day and rest the other half. And I was figuring that out, and I reviewed the week. I took all the notes I had from different tasks, ideas, tools I could use, and in general, I created like a sheet where I have some new systems for keeping the routine and starting work at the right time and using as little willpower as possible. So having a good environment, keeping focused on work, different things like having a note for the distractions. So instead of getting distracted or searching for something in that moment, I will write it down and look it up later. And just also about how I spend the rest of the time working, if I should just be more relaxed or I should be consuming more stuff. Yeah, just basically stuff that will help me become more productive and more focused on the work. And going from now on, I will work half of the Sunday, and I will rest for the other half, and I will also learn anything if there's anything to learn, like SEO, web design, or development, or Google My Business. Any interesting course or video, I will save it for that day. Maybe also outreach and systems. And I wrote the to-do list for the 21, and for that I will write the task for the day, which I already did. I will record the videos for the 29th and the 20th. I will finish the templates, look for assets that would be images of different courts of different people to use as a stock of the owners in case they are missing them. I could use those ones. And also for reference, I would also choose the different buttons, cards, and parameters that there's inside the Reloom style guide builder to get the best result. And I will polish and really try to choose one or two or three, a few of them that look really nice and I can show to clients. So I don't have to be all the time changing the concept of each one. I will follow up with the person I had the call with. I will find a way to give value in the follow-up and do a script. I was thinking maybe show a Google Maps grid and a few tips, as well as put in an email a couple of the things I told him in the video, just being very laid back. Yeah, offering him the value and letting him know how he can change it himself. And I will also try to call him, let him know that I sent this new stuff. And if I have the chance, I will also make him a new offer and ask a few questions. Tell him I didn't explain the services in his language or as good as I could. So it was reasonable for him to have to think about it. I will follow up with the 5 previous outreaches, and I will have to find how I'm going to do that, finding some value to give them, mentioning the video, which they haven't seen because I can see that. And I will have to choose if it's email, Facebook, or I will call them, or a combination. And I will look for a new outreach system. I will have to decide if I use one of the lists I have, or I get a new one. I will A/B test whether I should send the loom from the start or wait until they give me the confirmation. Also, new ways to scrape. I have already an idea of the systems I will use. and I will order them. And the other possible things, if I have time, I will build completely from zero an example of a website so I could show them to the client and I can tell them I did it myself. And I also have to do some research in terms of SEO, Google My Business, and general development and design, as well as outreach too. And just for the week, I will focus on having already a system for scraping, for outreach, for the audit, and for the follow-up. So that way I can just focus on doing volume, and I will have the templates perfect or in a very attractive way that I can show to clients. I will have one design example, so that was what I was talking about. I will develop from zero one website, one core builder website, so I can show them with all the things they need. And I'm aiming to have more calls and meetings. I'm not sure how many, but just for practice sake, 10 would be great. And I will also need to learn a bit more SEO and Google My Business so I can do better audits and find more ways to help them. And that was it for the day. And goodbye.